So there's some things that we, yes, me and you, all hate or are just tired of. For example, the fact that the cost of living is going up, but the wages that are being paid are going down. I was talking to my brother today, and he was telling me how he has a 7 hour shift tomorrow and he works at Best Buy. And I was like, yo, do you get paid $17 an hour? He said, no, 16. And first off, I was like, man, I thought you were getting paid 17. Either way, you're getting paid 16. And I calculated that working 17 hours, getting 16 an hour, and that was like 100 and something. And he said that's before tax. And I was like, so you're getting like 90 something dollars for 7 hours of work? That does not make sense to me. But I'm like, okay, it's just a day, you feel me? Throughout the whole week, you're gonna make a lot. But he's like, by the end of the week, if you're getting only like 800 after all the tax, that is not a lot if you think about it. But gas is going up, groceries are going up, rent is going up. If you're making $800 every 2 weeks, and in a month you're making $1,600, and your rent is like $900, you only have $700 left to spend on the gas that you use to go to and from work, to and from school, the groceries, all the bills. How much do you really have for yourself? Literally. That is just something that I am frustrated about, and the fact that I don't even pay rent and I'm still frustrated about it just says a lot, because I know in the future it's only getting worse unless, I don't know, maybe there's another president and they make shit better. But if it keeps going the way that it's going right now, everything is going to become worse, and I am not here for it. Like, I don't even have a house yet, and thinking about getting a house is just because I've applied to over 20 places. I'm saying that I've applied to over 40 places, and less than half of them even emailed me back to tell me, yeah, you didn't get the job. A lot of them just airballed me. And the ones who did tell me they didn't reach, like, they don't want me, they're just like, yeah, I appreciate you applying, but yeah, we don't need you right now. But I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, yeah, I got an interview tomorrow. I'm going for an interview at Shake Shack. And I was like, bro, I just applied there. They said no, they don't want me. You feel me? And then I was like, okay, cool. She was nervous about the interview, and I was like, oh, you got this, bro, just go with your resume, all that. And she was like, shit, I don't have a resume. You don't have a resume? How did you get the job interview? Now, this isn't something that I would say is like, I don't know how to say it. This is something where it's like, she might have also been looking for a job for a while, and then she finally got her breakthrough and she's getting an interview. But at the same time, if you don't have a resume, I lied on my shit. And I know that's not the reason why I got rejected. I just said I worked at some place as a cashier for 6 months. That's not the reason why they didn't take me. I don't know why they did, but that's not the reason why. They would not have been able to find that out. But at the same time, I'm like, damn. So I've applied to so many places. They keep rejecting me. And I'm 17. I can't even get a job, bro. I'm going into my senior year. It's genuinely... But speaking of senior year, another thing that I'm tired of is the education system. You're telling me that all the teachers are fed up because they know every single student is using AI to the point where they are just recycling the same thing every single time, giving the same questions, just changing them up a little bit, and then they just push it out. We use AI, give it back to them, and they know we use AI. They say it in class. Yeah, we know you're using AI, but like, what else the fuck are we gonna do about it? You feel me? They just don't care. So they grade your work, no one gets AI, give it back to you, and then that's it. Then what's the point of even going to school if you're just going to use AI the whole time, right? But what's even worse is the fact that because of this whole don't leave a student behind shit, every single person, even the person who doesn't even study in class, just pushes out some BS, gets a regular score or even a bad score, and still goes to the next grade with you. So like, then what's the point if we're just going to school, just doing nothing, practically learning nothing, and then you just take us to the next grade and we just move on? Is there anything going on here? Like, I remember there was a teacher who was literally crying because his students couldn't even read, and they're seniors. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, something is going on. You feel me? Something is going on. I don't think funding schools is gonna make anything better. But I don't even know. Funding colleges would be better, I'm not gonna lie. Making college free the same way you're making high school free, with the amount of taxes that you're taking from people, making college at least even a little bit cheaper would be better, not gonna lie. There's no reason in my mind for me to understand you're paying tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands for to go to college. What are you doing there? For 4 years of education, you're paying, let's say, $100,000 for what? You're selling your soul. You're selling your life away for education. And there are people who come out of college with a degree and can't even get a job. But at the same time, if you start saying that to your mom or whoever, man, look at that person. They came out, had a degree, good, blah, blah, blah. Even when they do get a job, they're underpaid for their qualifications. So what's the point of even going to college? They might even smack you as from coming from an African. My mom doesn't even beat me anymore, but like she would get mad because it's like, you're telling me you don't want to go to college, you don't want to go study, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. You're telling me even if I do go study for a job that's really high paying, I'm going to be there for longer and it's going to take me even longer to pay off my debt. So like, I don't know. The whole college thing is just, I will go to college, but hey, F that shit. I was talking about going to college for engineering. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going for something I love and something that I would enjoy doing. So I want to go for filmmaking, you feel me? I would like to make movies. I would like to just direct, act, whatever it is, produce. I like movies. I like making YouTube videos. I don't want to go for any engineering, although I do like doing those things. I would like to, let's say I become a big YouTuber. I could have a YouTube channel where I do all the engineering things that I want to do, like Mark Rober or something, you get what I mean? But I don't feel like if I make that my main thing and I go to college and I'm stressing, I don't enjoy it. It's like, what's the point of my life if I just came here to do this? I'm 20 years old, over more than 20, and I'm not enjoying my life. You get what I'm saying? So the whole college thing is something else. Another thing that I'm tired of is racism, right? With all the racial stuff going on in the world, it genuinely gets to a point where you don't even feel safe if you're like a minority, right? I remember I was like, man, I'm applying to so many places. Why don't I just give myself a job? Why don't I do like pressure washing or something? So I called my mom. I was like, oh, I saw this pressure washer on Amazon. It's $100. Can I borrow this? I will give you the money back, because if I start doing pressure washing, I'll eventually make enough money to pay you back and even get better equipment. And she was like, no, because it's not just about the money. I could have asked my brother, but I do need her permission, right? And she said, no, I don't want you knocking on people's doors and then someone's just gonna shoot you or something. I'm like, first of all, I'm in New Jersey, a safe city in New Jersey at that. I'm not in Trenton or Newark or whatever. I'm in a safe part of New Jersey. No one's gonna shoot me. But she was like, because I'm black and then blah, blah, blah. If I'm pressure washing at houses, and that would technically be where some like suburbs or whatever. It's just a whole thing. And I was like, first off, you just think like everyone is evil or something, and like everyone's just waiting for a black person to come to their door so they can shoot them. That's a bad way of thinking. But I'm not surprised why she thinks that way. We've become so used to every day hearing bad news about this person being killed, whether it's racial or not. It's just you wake up and then this person's killed, this person, something happened to this person went out with their friends and then drowned and they came back without him, blah, blah, blah. Bad news after another, and it gets your parents so paranoid, right? I have my driver's license. My mom doesn't even want me to drive. I understand, because like I'm a new driver, but at the same time, when are you not going to be scared of letting me drive alone, right? It gets to a point where you can't just be scared forever. And finally, I kept pressuring her, and I got to drive out today. Went out, came back, and she got mad that I didn't tell her I came back home. Listen, whole nother thing. But yeah, that racial thing is a whole nother thing. Like, I could have been pressure washing, made money instead of applying to hundreds of places and not getting a job. I got one interview since I've applied to places, and that was at Best Buy, and it was probably because I used my brother as a recommendation, and they did not take me because they said, we need someone who could open on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and you have school, so you can't do that. And I was like, I guess there's nothing else I can do, you feel me? So I just had to leave. But apart from that, there's so many other things in this, like in just America, let's just close it off to America, that could be improved, that would make life so much better. I'm 17, I'm stressing about paying rent and getting a job. How many people my age do you think, or do you see like wanting to go out and get a job? Well, apart from the fact that people want their own money to do things, not a lot of people my age are doing that, right? And yeah, I feel like if we stop spending hundreds of billions of dollars on funding a war that we don't even need to be taking a part of, and using that money into helping people pay off their student loans, helping people get higher wages, like just fucking add $1 or $2 to people's pay. I feel like that would be a whole lot better. There are people who are literal doctors who are making 6 figures a year who are still paying off student loans because it's just that expensive. Like it's baffling. It's baffling. Oil is so expensive, and yet we're still wasting money. $5 million on a missile, and the shit's just gone like that, and it had no use. Like, what are we doing, America? What are we doing? Like, with all the problems in the world, I feel like there's a way better way we can use our money. And I know I'm not the president. I know I haven't taken like economics or anything, but just from a standpoint of spending $100 billion on a war that we don't need, and spending $100 billion on helping people pay off their student loans, helping people get better SNAP benefits, helping people, just a whole bunch of things, stopping homelessness, making affordable housing. House prices are going up, and people getting paid, it's going the same amount, if not going lower. With the amount of work he's doing, my brother's doing, if you're getting $16 an hour, like, I don't even know, man. I'm scared for when I become a full adult, because I'm like right there. I have a driver's license, I'm looking for a job, I'm a senior in high school. I'm like right there to being an adult, and I'm not ready to do all that, bro. Genuinely. I hope maybe in the next election, if there's a better president or something's gonna change, but until then, shit's fries. But yeah, these are some things I know for certain a lot of people are tired of, if not hate within the deepest depths of their heart. But let me know if I missed something, and let me know if you agree with what I was talking about. And I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I love you guys. That's about it. I'll see you next time.